Hello, beautiful viewers. Damas, author of the cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, captivating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What items will I be unboxing? What items will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What items are encompassed inside this hefty, tangible, bulky box? Let's find out, and I'm going to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Let's have unboxing commence. I have extracted the envelope from the box. Let me unravel the envelope. It's going to be ravaged. It's going to be decimated. It's going to be torn to smithereens. Perhaps I'm exaggerating a bit to embellish this video. Alrighty. The two items encompass the clowns from the Batman Arkham City action figure line. Are these action figures known by the moniker of the Clown Thugs? I do not know. That is an enigma. Should I verify that? In case you want to pick them up yourself, perhaps I should. Bear with me. It will only take me billions of picoseconds to draw forth their names. Alright, so they are the Clown Thug figurines. One of them is equipped with a knife, the other one is equipped with a bat. Are they menacing? Are they sadistic? Are they coercive? Are they intimidating? Are they malicious? Are they violent? Perhaps. They likely are. Unfortunately, this is not a stand. It's just a piece of paper that looks akin to a stand. It doesn't contain any pegs, even though these action figures likely have peg holes inserted into the bottom of their feet. I need to unravel these plastic bindings. Once it has been finished, I can flaunt these action figures in front of the camera for you to feast your eyes on. I love this figurine's hues, I love its textures. I pretty much love everything about him. He's definitely an extraordinary figurine. His skin pigmentation is a bit darker than the other one, so it's good that they have a variety. Within the series, why you do not want your clowns to all look akin to one another. You want them to look disparate from one another, so that your action figure collection looks more diverse. Unless you want an action figure collection comprised of homogeneous figures, where everyone looks the exact same. This is why I don't really like variants of action figures, because they just look too similar to one another. This action figure is adorned with disparate attire than his fellow comrade. They're both considered Clown Thugs, part of the DC Collectibles Batman Arkham City action figure line. But they're different in multiple facets. Their aesthetics are disparate from one another. Their attire is not the same. The accessory that they wield is obviously not the same. Their articulation may not be the exact same, but we'll find out once we he can swivel his forearm. He seems to have a disc joint in his head. He lacks a diaphragm joint. It's disappointing that he lacks a knee joint. It's disappointing that you can only swivel his wrist if you swivel his forearm. At least he can rotate his head. So the articulation is finite. It is a deterrent to continue buying clown Suggs, but I guess you could say it's not the end of the world. The ramifications of this figurine having finite points of articulation does not adversely impact me. He can be placed into a dynamic pose at your discretion. His comrade is another thug clown. His hair is green as opposed to orange. Their faces are both obscured by white masks. They seem to roughly be 5 to 6 inches tall. I would presume that they're closer to 5 inches tall, or 5.5 rather than 6. These figurines are not abysmal by any means, but they certainly could have been augmented, refined, and enhanced in a multitude of ways. They could have utilized more points of articulation. They could have been a bit bulkier. If their muscles were larger, would have accentuated their physical prowess. These figurines contrast well with one another. Again, their hues are disparate from one another. Their attire is not the same. Their appearances are not akin to one another either. Their appearances are not akin to one another either in the least bit. Even though they both wield white masks, one of them has orange hair, the other one has green hair. One of them has a dark skin tone, the other one has a light skin tone. One of them looks a bit more pale than the other one. So the color variations differ. Which is beneficial if you want to diversify your action figure collection. Some people just collect variants of one figurine. I'm not really into that. Again, his articulation is similar to the other figurine. The sculpts are practically homogeneous to one another. I thought that there was greater variation between these figurines, but now that when I think about it, it seems as though the only differences are their aesthetics and their attire and the weapon they wield. Other than that, they're very similar to one another. They can both swivel their upper torso. Actually, yeah, they both can, never mind. I really don't want to tamper with their joints. I don't want to loosen them. Their heads seem to be on either ball joints or disc joints. I'm not going to break them open to find out. They cannot perform an ankle pivot. They can swivel their knees. It's kind of a bit awkward. They cannot swivel their toes without swiveling their knees. Their kneecaps are relatively hard. These figurines are not shoddy. Their plastic is a bit hefty. It's not hollow. They're not bad. So this is a lot of DC Collectibles Batman Arkham City action figures, either the Clown Thugs. Just go to Amazon or eBay.com, type in Batman Arkham City Clown Thug action figures, or Batman Arkham City Clown Thug with bat or with life to stumble upon these figurines. I hope they're not sold out. If they are, though, then that would be unfortunate. If you're looking to pick them up, I procure them for roughly $9 each. I'm content with this purchasing decision. In hindsight, I would have purchased another clown if they had produced one that is disparate from these two, with a different color scheme that can wield a different weapon. But apparently only 2 Clown Thugs have been released thus far, part of the Batman Arkham City action figure line, so hopefully DC will churn out more Clown Thugs in the pending future, but only time will tell. I just hope that they have more articulation. I hope that they're a bit taller. I hope that they're a bit bulkier. And I hope that their torso can be a bit more sturdier and not as loose. And when these figurines become wobbly and flimsy, it's just agitating and stress-inducing, because I spend a fortune on them. Almost $20 for 2 hunks of plastic is overpriced, especially if their joints are a bit loose. They're practically unscathed. They're in stellar condition. They're practically in mint and pristine condition. Of course, they're preordained to disintegrate, but they may outlast my body at this rate. Plastic is deemed non-biodegradable, but old plastic is preordained to disintegrate. It's only a matter of time. I just want to double check something real briefly. Alrighty. Yeah, they'll wither away over time as well. What a shame. But they'll likely outlast the lifetime of my generation and the subsequent generations. So, all's not lost. They'll be flaunted on the shelves. They're such fabulous, marvelous faces. I love being engrossed in the DC universe. Looking at these figurines allows me to reminisce about my fond memories associated with DC characters. If you have memories that appertain to DC characters that you love to reminisce about, and if you love extraordinary action figures, you may want to procure these figurines before they get sold out. If not, then save your money and invest it or spend it elsewhere. Enjoy your finite life, relish a moment. If you revel in collecting, then do so. I detest parting with my money, but that's the price I need to pay in order to procure these figurines. Manufacturing costs, shipping costs have drastically risen in past years, so now they're becoming more unaffordable than ever before. But nonetheless, these figurines still have merits. They still please me. They're better than the 1990s figurines, and I'm not disappointed by them. In hindsight, in retrospect, I definitely would have purchased more clown sugs if more were released other than these two. So that's everything I wanted to notify you of. I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and stupendous. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.